A throwback to the time that I got pulled over by the police and actually had to spend the night in a little jail. So, about 2.5 years ago, I decided it would be a smart idea when my parents left for a week to go to Beeksberg in North Brabant to take my dad's car keys, aka the Jeep. That whole entire week went smooth, went perfect. Bear in mind, hadn't had a license back then. So, driving legal, if you've ever done that, you understand the feeling. It's very intense whenever you see feds driving by. It's like, oh shit. So, that week went smooth. Went to McDonald's, went to Burger King, made a bunch of videos, and I basically told my mom, yeah, I went with the bus to go get it. Obviously, that was a big ass lie. So they returned. And I think within the 2 days they returned, I thought, man, it's 11 o'clock at night. My dad went to bed early, and I was like, okay, that's odd. So I waited until they all fell asleep, and then for like 30, 40 minutes, I kept thinking, man, do I take the Jeep right now? What if my dad hears me starting up the car? Because that thing makes a fucking noise. Anyways, I decided to start the car up. I'm like, oh my god, I got away with it. Now I'm going to go drive to McDonald's. So I go drive to McDonald's, 11:30, 12 o'clock, and I order some spicy veggie nuggets because I was like, yeah, why not? I've been doing this before. Ain't no issue. So after I go to McDonald's, I go back and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take a little detour. I want to go to the beach. I want to just drive around the very wealthy neighborhood, like very wealthy neighborhood. I mean, millionaires, mansions, and everything. It's more on the other side of town back then. So I go drive, and I'm driving, and I'm looking at these houses like, damn, bro, these nice houses. I go right, and right in front of me, I see police. I'm like, oh shit. Coincidence? I mean, they could just be driving there, right? But at 1 in the morning? That's odd, right? So I'm hoping I go right here. They better not go the same direction I go. So I turn, and bam, the cop car goes exactly what I drive, and I'm like, shit. They signed me with the flash, with the headlights. I'm like, uh-oh. So I'm like, I gotta get out of here. So I'm driving, I'm speeding. I'm doing 90 in a 50 zone. They got the lights on, like, the sirens? And eventually I'm like, alright. I put my hand out the window. I say, okay. They said, hey, what's up? License. I said, listen, I'll be honest, buddy. I don't have a license. They said, okay, so whose car is this? This is my dad. Does he know you're driving? No, he's currently asleep. This is like 1:30 in the morning. And I was nearly home. And that's what fucking sucked. I was like, I swear to God, 2-3 minute drive from home and I would have arrived without no problem. So I'm like, alright, I'm gonna call my mom. And she said, hey, mom. She said, what's up? Why are you calling me at 1 in the morning? I got pulled over by the cops. Cops? What do you mean pulled over by the cops? My mom was fucking furious at me. Rightfully so, because she had work the next day. So she didn't sleep well. So, blah, 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 blah. I told her, I said, listen, I took the dad's car for a joyride. You did what? Like, I cannot describe. When my mom gets pissed, you better shut up and just pray that she don't slap you, bro. Like, that's the thing. My parents are old school. Like, you don't listen, you get a slap. That's just reality. I know some of y'all be like, oh, but how could you do that? Bro, you wish you could slap the shit out of someone once in a while. But they don't do it like beating up. They just do, hey, listen next time. Like, my brother does it as well sometimes to me. Like, dickhead, It's normal, right? I grew up with it. Look, my parents don't abuse me, right? They don't abuse my sister. But sometimes a slap, it works. It just really does. It does wonders. It makes you rethink, like, okay, next time I ain't doing that again. So my dad, as weird as it may sound, my dad could actually laugh about it. Anyways, time goes. My dad pulls up, whole conversation. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, fuck. God damn it, man. I screwed up. I got called by the police at the most stupidest time on a Monday, 1 o'clock in the morning, after Mackie D's. I got called by the feds. So I don't remember really that much. Only thing I do remember is that, eventually they took me to home. And then they told my parents, listen, we're going to take him to the bureau. We're going to check if he doesn't have anything in his pockets. And we're going to see what we do with him. So anyways, time goes. They drive 25, 30 minutes, check around the neighborhoods and then they eventually go to the bureau, right? And then, oh, man, I remember going in the building, a very nice building. I'm like, damn, this is where all the tax money goes, I suppose. Oh, look at these fucking floors. God damn, they're like new. Very strange. Then they said, okay, take your jacket off. You got anything illegal like a knife? I said, no, I got nothing on me. I don't remember if I had my pocket knife on me that night. I don't think I did, or maybe I did. I don't know. But they searched me, and then they said, okay, you can sit in that little holding cell. I'm like, alright, cool. Fucking small. When I say that holding cell is small, it is, it's about the same size of my car. That's how small it was. And me, I was a little bit freaked out because I was like, shit, are they gonna let me out? It's 2:30 in the morning. They took my cell phone with me as well, so I didn't know what time it was. And eventually, I think 45 minutes later, they came back and they said, listen, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna send you back home, and you're not gonna be charged. You're not gonna be pressed with charges. And I said, oh, how come? Because this is your first time offense. You've never been in, situation with police. You've never been nothing. You're free to go. I remember the one cop telling me before I exited the gate, he said, see, I understand you're young. I was also at your age, but please do not do this ever again because you don't have a license. That little thing, I know, I understand the pressure. It's amazing, but that is so important because if you hit somebody and they die, you go to prison, you've killed someone. And I said, yeah, okay, I understand. Because back then I was like, man, it's just driving. But that's the thing, if you're not insured and don't have a license, if something goes wrong, you're screwed. And not just that, but let's say I would have caused an accident, hurt or killed someone. So then I walked home, I went on Instagram Live. I think the walk was about 30 minutes. I think I arrived home eventually at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, and my mom was pissed off, rightfully so, because, she had trusted me, thinking like I would never do such a thing. And I did, but it was also like kind of hypocritical because, Dad back in the days used to do shit like this. He never got caught, but that's also because he lived in SA. You can basically pay off cops there. So that's one of the two stories that I thought I'd tell you. Never got a fine, never got nothing to my surprise, because I think one of the main reasons why I never got one because I cooperated with them. I admitted my fault, and they asked me if I wanted a lawyer. I said no, there's no point in that because why would I need a lawyer if I'm in the wrong anyways? So that's one of the stories. Let me go to the second story right now. Alright, so here's another story, a crazy, crazy story. As you remember, maybe a while ago, I was visiting Brendan's parents' house because they went to Spain. I was in the supermarket, and this is also like 2 years ago, nearly 2021, about summertime. And Brendan's father unexpectedly popped up in the supermarket, and I said, hey, Keegan, how you doing? I said, yeah, I'm good. What's up? Hey, I got a question, man. We're going to Spain. I said, yeah, what about it? Would you mind taking care of the cats for 2 weeks? I said, sure, no problem. You can stay there, you can sleep there, whatever you do, just as long as, you take care of the cats. I'm like, alright, cool. So I make a lot of videos at their house, this and that. There's some videos I've made in their house I've never till this day posted because it's shit. I mean, not just that, but it's just not relevant, the topics anymore. Anyways, so somewhere within those 2 weeks, I had made a video of me going to the hairdresser. I got a haircut. The video is literally titled, I got a haircut. You should type it up. It's about 1.5 years, almost 2 years old. And within the beginning of the video, I thought it would be a smart idea to use a fake pistol. Yes, you hear me correctly. My consciousness wasn't really working at that time. And I thought, I'm going to show a fake gun in the video because I didn't think much of it. It was a plastic gun. It was a toy gun. Next morning, 6:30, I get called by my dad. And I said, Dad, why are you calling me this time? There's police at the front. I'm like, what? What do you mean police at the front door? Go look. So I look at the attic in Brendan's house. I'm like, oh, fuck. Why is that police? My mom said, you got to come down right now. I said, okay, Jesus, chill out. It's 6 in the goddamn morning, man. No joke. 3 police cars, 5, 6 officers. As I can remember the story, it was basically that fake gun that I had put in the video, which anyone could see that it was fake. I mean, it's the biggest bullshit in my life. If I had a real gun straight off the rip, I would never show a gun in the video. It was a fake gun. I thought nothing about it. So I'm like, what's up? That video you made yesterday. I'm like, oh shit, you guys watch my content or did somebody snitch? I'm like, I didn't think much of it. Basically the story was short. They wanted to know what the gun was. I said, yeah, I could show you guys. It's upstairs. Okay, just don't touch it. We'll touch it. And I said, they asked me if I can remember, whose gun is. I said, I don't know. It's not mine. I'm just here, babysitting their cats when they're away. It's my friend's toy. You got it off a fair. Then they asked me, I made an ASMR a few years ago showing my knife collection, and there was one certain specific knife within that video that they questioned, like, this knife we're looking, we want it. I said, I don't know where it is. Swear to God, I don't know where that knife is. If I knew it, I would tell you, but I didn't know. I knew what knife they were talking about. It was a karambe. It's illegal. But then it's also like, if it's illegal, why are the stores selling it then? That doesn't make sense. So I said, listen, officer, I don't know where that knife is. I haven't seen that knife since that collection, really. Because, the truth is, a lot of the knives that I bought and purchased at that time were crap quality. I had to throw them away. or either had them as a DIY project and thought, you know what, I'm gonna do something with them later. But this knife, I swear to God, I didn't know where it was. They looked at my room, they looked at my parents' room, they searched the whole house. And obviously, very embarrassing, but it's also at the same time like anyone could tell it was a fake gun. I don't understand this whole issue. But I gotta salute them because let's say it would have been a real gun. Then they took a potential threat off the street, and I agree. But yeah, those are the two times that I had basically got the police on me. Rightfully so, because like I said, I didn't think much about it when I made that video. I really didn't. I just thought, I just make a video, show the fake toy gun. I really should have said within the beginning of the video, this is a fake toy gun, this is not real. But I didn't think much of it. I'm like, nobody could tell this is real. It's fucking plastic. But they thought it was real. Somebody must have called the police, or I mean, that must have been the case, but it doesn't bother me. It's interesting what happened. I hope it never happens again, because my mom said anything like that happens here on the farm, I'm out. Rightfully so. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Later, man.